Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Maxine, and if you're a returning viewer and subscriber, well, go on, big up yourself, welcome back. So guys, the other day, someone asked me, how do I feel about that video that I made, which has now amassed 40,000 views on YouTube or something like that, where I said I will no longer be sending money to Jamaica anymore. First of all, I never even give it a thought. I've not watched that video. I actually went back and watched it after somebody asked me how I feel about it. Because once I make the video, I post it and that's it. Because you know what? It is how I feel at the time. And usually we don't get to go back and look back on yesterday. So I just said what I said and I left it. So now somebody else asked me how, I guess, you know, they're just being made aware of the video. And they asked me how I feel about the video again. So feel same way like how I felt when I made the video. 100%. I mean, I feel something get fat, but that's not what we're talking about, right? But really and truly, I watched the video back and I realized that it is how I felt. It is how I felt. It is genuinely how I felt at the time. It is how I feel now. I've lost some people along the way because of that video, and I've noticed that over time, you know, less and less people are contacting me, which is not a bad thing at all. And don't know what to tell you. This could be a very, very short video, you know, because I have no regrets. When I listen to it, there is nothing that I would take back. For the people that I've lost along the way, I don't miss them. They were in my life for a season. They served their purpose. They were a lesson learned. And so that is it. You know, sometimes we don't need to hold on to things that it doesn't matter. We don't need to hold on to things where we feel burdened by, you know, whether this be people, jobs, whatever. We just don't need to hold on to those kind of things. Because especially if you're in a relationship and you notice that the relationship is only one way, where you're always giving and somebody else is always taking, and it just unbalanced, you know, unbalanced, and it's strenuous and it's just unnecessary. So that video for me took a lot of people out of my life that probably should never have been there in the first place. And I'm thankful that I made that video. I have no regrets. I will continue on the same path, and I've noticed that I've had so much peace, you know. It's not that I had a problem with giving, right? My problem was the selfishness of those same kind of people who just wanted to take from you, take, and never have anything to give. And if you should ever say no to those people, then you would notice their absence immediately. And I think for me, it took a while for me to learn those lessons. But then it's like one day I just woke up and it was like, where I do? Where really I do? You know, because I am not the kind of person who asks anybody for anything. You know, I don't ask people for anything. Whether I'm going through something or not, you probably will never know. Because I just go through my thing. I live within my means. I figure my own way through life, and I don't ask people for anything. So for the most part, people think that Maxine never ever has a problem. We all have problems, all of us, even the richest of the rich, we have problems. You know, my needs might not necessarily always be financial, but we have other needs, you know, we've got emotional needs, we've got psychological needs, we've got all kinds of different needs, right? I don't expect certain people to meet my financial needs because I'm an adult, you know, I do my own thing. So I make my own money. I do what I need to do to live, and I try not to be a burden to anyone. But sometimes you need other kind of support from people. And sometimes the same people who would always come to you regarding their financial needs, and you always support them with those kind of needs, they're not there to support you with anything. And that's where the imbalance is. And that's what I got tired of. And that's what prompted that video, right? So I get it that some people's feelings were hurt. I get it. I get it that it forced people to look into themselves. That was the point of the video. And life is a little bit more lonely, you know, but it's fine because we don't need fake people to keep our company. So things have gotten a little bit more lonely. I've got less people ringing my phone. My phone is so quiet now, you know, because I think people got the message loud and clear that it's not happening anymore. It's not happening over here. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I feel the same way I felt when I made the video. That's the answer. I understand that if I was not the one making the video and I used to be the one on the receiving end and I saw a video like that, then probably I would feel some type of way. But I don't know any one person who can make a video like that who is in my friend circle and I will feel any type of way about it, because I just don't put pressure on anybody for anything. And I'm not saying that every time I felt pressured. No, that's not necessarily the case, because for the most part I gave willingly and I just gave because I could afford to give, right? But there comes a time, I don't care what anybody wants to say, right? Life is a trade-off. You do something for me, I do something for you. You know, it's a trade-off. Whether people want to accept it or admit it or not, it is a trade-off. No altruism don't really work. We don't do things for nothing. I don't know about that. It's like friendships. You're there for me, I'm there for you. It's like your job. I do the work, you pay me. You know, everything is a trade-off. Whether I want to admit it or not, we are selling ourselves for what we want, right? So I think it's rather unfair for somebody to expect that I was just going to continue to give for years and years and years and years and years and allow somebody to just take with nothing to give back. You know? And I wasn't looking for material things for anyone, but I absolutely hated the fact that I wouldn't hear from somebody until certain time of year. I wouldn't hear from somebody until it was their birthday. I wouldn't hear from them until it was like Independence Day, Christmas, New Year's, you know, all the party seasons, particularly in Jamaica. I would not hear from these people just out of the blue, just to say, Maxine, how are you? You know, I hear that something is happening in the UK. Are you okay? Are you safe? You know, we don't hear from people like that. We just hear, you want to say, my light bill due. You want to say, me not enough food. Me have this for do, me have that for do, blah, 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 blah. Fine. We all have needs. We all have wants. We want to do things. We want to be places. We don't want to do different things. But outside of that, please check on those people who you are asking for things. Call them once in a blue moon just to say, hi, you know, you're in my thoughts. I don't want anything from you. I'm just checking on you because you are my friend and I care about you. That no cost nothing, right? The same people who are asking you for credit, you not hear from them again until the credit finish. And that's just how it goes. And it's like madness. I mean, it's no different from the people who go to Jamaica, spend all their money on men and women, and then get nothing in return, and then come back and complain. You know, there has to come a time where you have to say, you know, this is foolishness, it's not working out, it's a one-way situation, and it's not what I'm looking for, and I'm no longer going to do it. So, to answer your question, to the couple people who asked me how I feel about the video that I made, how I'm feeling today, what is it, 6-7 months later, I feel exactly the same way. I feel exactly the same way. Nothing's changed. I'm still not going to be doing the things that I said I'm not going to be doing. Whatever you got from me in the past, you've gotten it, and be thankful that you did. I take nothing back. I regret nothing. I don't regret the people that I've lost. I don't regret the people who have stopped calling. I don't regret the people who have stopped asking. I don't regret having more money in my bank account. I don't regret getting fat, you know. I mean, the loneliness part, that's okay too, because we don't really necessarily need fake people to fill our space and fill our company and fill our lives. We don't need it. Because if it is what you've got to give, that is going to encourage those people to stay in your life, probably don't need those kind of people. You know what I mean? So, I don't feel nothing. I don't feel anything. And that's it. that is it. That is it, guys.